Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Right now, if some few days back, Ibas had visited the House of Rep member, said quite a lot of things that they should give him some time, to prepare a nice and comprehensive briefs on what has been going on in River State and how fragile River State has been. Well, it looks like a River State sole administrator has not seen this one coming. The Rivers people are definitely not going to allow him have a lovely stay at all, regardless of the power or sweeping power, quote unquote, that he claims he has. Before going to the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, a professor, or rather a professional advocacy group, Professionals for Responsive and Efficient Governance, that's PREG, has filed 4 separate lawsuits challenging the actions of the sole administrator of River State, Rear Admiral Ibas, retired, accusing him of dismantling democratic institutions through unconstitutional means. At the second World Press Conference held in Port Harcourt some few hours ago, PREG, through its convener, Sosopreye Long Williams, Esquire, announced that the group has fulfilled its earlier promise made during its maiden press briefing on April 11th to take legal steps against what it describes as a flagrant abuse of executive powers by the sole administrator. Now, according to Williams, the 4 lawsuits filed at the High Court in Port Harcourt are: 1. Suit number PHC/1431/CS/2025, challenging the legality of appointing sole administrators for local government councils in River State, especially in light of the Supreme Court decision in SC/C4/CV/343/2024. Suit number, that's number 2, suit number PHC/1434/CS/225/2025, contesting the dissolution of River State Judicial Service Commission. Suit 3. Suit number PHC/1437/CS/2025, questioning the legality of dissolving and reconstituting the River State Independent Electoral Commission. Suit 4. Suit number PHC/1440/CS/2025, opposing the dissolution and reconstitution of the River State Civil Service Commission. Now, Williams emphasized that the lawsuits are aimed at defending democratic institutions and structures and preserving the rule of law in River State. We will not fold our arms while democracy is being dismantled in broad daylight, he said. Now, he further encouraged Rivers people and Nigerians at large to remain very hopeful and vigilant, quoting a statement once made by the Israeli Prime Minister: "Never give up hope. Always remain vigilant. Hope charts the future. Vigilancy protects it." Wow, this is really interesting. That's to tell you that but the question now is, it's still the same Supreme Court that made a lot of statements, but the Supreme Court never gave room for state of emergency. They also didn't give room for sole administrator. They also didn't give room for suspension of Fubara. But whatever the case is, this is a lawyer, trying to take Ibas and all the funny structure that he came with, to court and see if he can get a redress. I'm sure most politicians are watching, and most Nigerians are watching to see how this whole thing plays out. If eventually this government gets away with this level of executive excessiveness, the next administration is going to be worse than this. They will probably turn constitution to a chart where they will now begin to subject it to how it pleases them. When it doesn't please them, they throw it away. When it pleases them, they say it's constitutional. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on this move? To think that, literally speaking, that the ruling party cannot have a say in their way, especially the FCT minister with the judiciary. Do you think that even if they have, they will still even be the one to, give the judges that will do all of this? Do you think that something hopeful will come out of all of this drama they just started? Or should the Riverans literally hit the streets to get back the mandate?
Well, I think right now the situation we have in River State is has been reacted against by so many legal luminaries, apart from just legal luminaries, even those who have knowledge of the Constitution.
But nothing has been done.
But I think the whole case will be summed up into one. And it's going to be the key case of the first one, which was sent directly to the Supreme Court, talking about that of the PDP governors. Their own was all-encompassing. And when that case is decided, I think all the high courts would just have to, pick up whatever verdict that was given or that will be given by Supreme Court, and they'll make use of it. Because currently, right now, the cases are much. River State, it's really much. So it's only the governors that went straight to Supreme Court. I don't know how they did it, but they just filed the whole thing before the Supreme Court. The date, I think they have slated a date for it, either May 3rd in May 3rd, 2025. That's when they'll resume the whole thing. And these guys are trying to build up their own reasons, talking about they said they have enough lawyers at hand right now who are trying to, write their own, kind of prepare their own verdict, what they intend to do, and all of that. So it's glaring that from there, we will know the position of the law in respect to it. But if you want me, I don't want to presume it, because presumption is like, oh, you're already breaking into it. Let's wait till that time, because looking at the Constitution, looking at every precedents that have been state of emergency that we have seen, started far back in 2020, I think 2023, Obasanjo period, during Plateau. I think that he was there as the governor and all of that. Though there was state of emergency because of the multiple killing then in Plateau State, there was no time a sole administrator was being brought in. Now, even this one, you may justify emergency rule, which is not even true, the emergency rule based on the criteria we have seen in law.
But suspending a sitting governor.
But suspending a democratically elected governor and bringing in that particular thing is not anywhere in the Constitution. And that's why I'm really waiting, because that will now empower I think the judiciary should, being the interpreters of the law, they should be careful about this particular case, no matter the kind of money that they give to you, because this same thing will give us an idea of the next president, either in 2031, that will come on board. Because immediately you give reasons why the president have the exclusive right to suspend a sitting governor, automatically you have destroyed democracy. Because you're trying to let him understand.
Sole power to the president.
The president, you're trying to let Nigerians understand, and whoever that will occupy the elective position, to understand that you are above the law, that there is an act that you must personally generate, which will be above the Constitution. And when that Constitution is like the Bible of Nigeria, it's the guiding document. Everything that you must do or you're going to do in the now and in the future is enshrined. That's why at one point they will call for amendment of the Constitution. So if Supreme Court decides to tell Nigerians that, because of this and that and that and that, he has the right to suspend a democratically elected government, when they have already shown us when a democratically elected governor can be shifted aside. Number one, impeachment is there. Number two, if by health wise he can be pushed aside, or by death. And then you come up and say, despite all of this guy, we've not impeached them, and this is the position of things. I'm telling you the whole truth. It will destroy Nigeria once, and I think that will be the end, because they have to call for the termination of the Constitution, because it has no power. Let us be running the whole show by the personal constitution of the president.
Wow.